credit any specific project you've done with kind of, I guess, hitting that point where you've gained more clarity yourself as far as what trajectory you want your career to take and what roles really interest you?
Well, I think for me, getting to be a very small part of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and working with Quentin Tarantino was like, I constantly battle between, if you say something out loud, are you jinxing it or are you manifesting it? Do you know what I mean? I'm always like, okay, do I say it or do I keep it inside? Like what? I'm like, is it not gonna happen because I want it to happen, or is it gonna happen because I want it to happen? Like I fluctuate between that in my life, but a huge dream of mine was to work with Quentin Tarantino. Like I wanted that since I saw Kill Bill for the first time, and so having that sort of come true was like a moment of this weird like relief or so, you know what I mean? It was just like, oh my God, like it was just one of those moments that was so exciting. And then being on that set, I was there for almost like 3 weeks to do my part, because he has that sort of luxury of time to really put into each sort of vignette that makes up, his films. And it was like, it just reminded me of why I love being an actor and why this is what I want to do. And that there's like no better adrenaline rush than like being on a set with a director that you admire and like a cinematographer that you admire and an actor that you admire. And just like every piece of the puzzle is so extraordinary and so like larger than life, and also very intimate and like very much about, we're making a movie and like it's a beautiful day to make a movie, and like Quentin, his sort of childlike love of like just genuine love of film and television just comes through in any conversation that I think anyone could ever have with him, and it just rubs off on everybody on the set. And so it really was a moment of like just remembering why this is what I've chosen to do with my life, and that I do love it.
I'm jumping ahead a little here, but I can't not ask about this more. When you did Once, especially given the fact that your character, she has so much confidence and exudes so much authority, and then you're working alongside someone you've dreamed of working with, so many other iconic actors. Does it like click into place for you immediately, or do the nerves still bubble up in moments like that?
Well, it was very luxurious to be able to film that sequence in order, So the first thing that I filmed was literally the shot of me appearing behind the screen door and like the sun kind of rising over my face and illuminate. And that was kind of my first thing. So that was good because it's like I didn't have to say any lines yet. It was kind of like more of a physicality thing. The camera was kind of far away. I was like, okay, we're easing our way into the like, this close-up shot of my eye. I was like, okay, good. We're like easing me into it a little bit. It was interesting though, because I did feel like the red hair and the brown contact lenses and the sort of freckle makeup and the dirt and everything was almost like a shield. Like I didn't feel like myself. I really did feel like another character. And she is such a wild-eyed kind of could do or say anything character that I felt empowered by that. I was definitely nervous, but again, even though it is a larger than life experience, Quentin really makes it very special and very intimate. He's like right there behind the camera, and he's worked with so many of the same people over and over again, which I also think is something that I've noticed that a lot of the greats, most of the greats do. They keep their crew very close and they're all very loyal to one another. And I think that's really beautiful. And seeing that camaraderie up close was really incredible. And it made for a very safe environment.